What in the priesthood causes my joy? That's a good question. There are a number of things that give me great joy as a priest. I would have to say the top two are celebrating Mass. It's amazing that no matter how many Masses I celebrate, is that I just always look forward to celebrating Mass. It's amazing. It's incredible. And often I finish and I'm very, just thankful that, wow, I'm a priest, and this is my job. One of my primary jobs is to celebrate Mass. So, and then the second thing I like, that brings me the most joy, is working with the youth. I'm privileged to be working, to be assigned at a parish with a school, a vibrant school, and to go into the classrooms and teach the kids, to be with them at Mass, to eat lunch with them, to be at recess, to see, and coming there with a priestly presence, representing Christ in this special way. It's humbling to me, and how the kids and the youth are so hungry. I just feel so fortunate. It just brings great joy. So. The greatest happiness in my priesthood, I would have to say, the opportunity to delve into a deep spiritual life, to have the leisure and the opportunity to take serious the spiritual life and to pursue it for all it's worth, to have the time for study and prayer and Lectio Divina and the Liturgy of the Hours, and to continuously strive at finding Christ in all things. And that was kind of one of the reasons that I went to the seminary. There were a number, but one of the main reasons was just an incredible hunger for the spiritual life, and an attraction, a drawing. And so again, I just feel so fortunate and happy and blessed to be able to have the freedom to be able to pursue this. And so that would be my greatest happiness in the priesthood. There are a number of fears that I had when I was newly ordained. The first was just to be a person, a public person, who an entire community was looking to for direction and fathering, and myself just being out of seminary and young, and having people call you father, and seeing you as a guide and a model and a teacher, it just felt it was bigger than I was, and so it was intimidating to me. That amount of responsibility and the jump from seminary to active priesthood. So I would say that was probably where there was a lot of fear around that, and so it took a lot of it was a blessing in a sense, because it also challenged me to go deeper in my faith, that this wasn't about me, and that priesthood was about what God was doing more than what I'm doing. So. The greatest grace the grace that at least I'm the most thankful for, is just my passion. I feel a strong passion for what I'm doing, and that passion is really satisfied in this calling. I've always been a person who is, whatever I applied myself to, usually was sports, because I was big into sports in high school and college, and so I poured everything into that. And when I would look towards the future, what am I going to do with my life? There was nothing that really appealed to me that would be able to satisfy that deep passion inside of me. And so when the priesthood was proposed, I began to realize that here is something that I can be passionate about. And so, you know, whether it's my prayer life or working with the youth or just being a priest, I'm very thankful for, you know, that gift of passion for what I do. It's life-giving. I thrive in it. The greatest unexpected joy in the priesthood. Well, we had a rector in seminary who gave a conference once. He said that God was the God of surprises. And so at times he would say in his prayer, okay, God, surprise me, you know, and something would, you know, come to him and confront him, or a new calling or a new challenge that was totally unexpected. And there's been a number of those surprises for me, and the greatest surprise that I would never have thought was a surprise was the opportunity to go and study canon law. The last 3 years I spent in Washington, D.C. Pursuing a licentiate degree in canon law. And when I was in seminary, when I was in canon law studies, I was like, okay, God, if I ever would go on for further studies, which would be doubtful, I just for sure would not want it to be in canon law. And so the day the bishop called me into his office and asked me, you know, about going on to study, my eyes got all big and I was, are you talking to the right guy? But it was an incredible journey, and just to learn the inside and out of the faith and why we, you know, do the things that we do, and the structure that really holds the church together at a practical level. It's been fascinating, and now that I'm a pastor, it's been such a blessing to be able to draw from that knowledge, that understanding as I, you know, shepherd the people at Blessed Sacrament Church. So that has just turned out to be an incredible blessing, and I'm very thankful for that. Here we have again the God of surprises. So.